Thank you to Chef for their generous donation as a YouTube member. If you would like to join them in their generosity, the link to become a YouTube member is in the description. Hello everyone, my name is Decker Link, the trained unprofessional, and welcome to the Horrorscope. Because it's like horoscope, but not. It's funny. I've never played this game before, but it is October, it is spooky month, it is Halloween, the month of Decemberween. Or no, Halloween, because Decemberween is Christmas. I liked Homestar Runner growing up. The point is, my very, very kind and wonderful friend Alex, they are allowing me to access their Steam library through Family Share, which thank you for that. They have a bunch of really cool games that I wanted to try for a long time, and given the theme of the month, it just sort of makes fucking sense. The only thing I know about this game is it appears to be about a series of questions. I don't know what that means, but let's just jump right into it, okay? Let's do this thing. Also has vague RPG Maker things. Now, in order to begin, this is the most important part of the entire experience, okay? You'll be asked a series of questions, and you must answer them honestly. Now, when I say answer them honestly, I don't mean answer them how you'd like to answer them. Answer them with truth, even if it's hard to face. So it sounds like y'all are going to get to know some shit about me today. We all want a positive outcome. We don't always get what we want, however. What you'll find here may be disturbing, the truths you uncover. Do you want the truth? If you're sure, then continue. The process is very simple in theory. Just answer a long series of questions. You see, as long as you're honest with these questions and answers, you'll be able to see your own future here. Ooh, my own future, eh? As long as the answers you provide to the questions asked are 100% honest and true, this process will simply unlock a part of your mind that you do not have natural access to. Call it natural intuition. A sixth sense, if you will. We have plenty of senses, way more than 6 or 5 or whatever. This is you. This is your own mind. This is simply nature taking its course. This is the human brain working as a defense mechanism. While attempting to answer many of these questions, you'll often wonder things like, well, this answer depends on the circumstances. Create your own circumstances in your mind and answer the questions with a simple yes or no as you see fit. You may not understand nor realize it, but your mind will develop the situation required to answer your question the way it needs to be answered. Well, that's good to know, because I overthink things all the time. I invite you to grab a drink of water, sit back, relax, and enjoy the experience. We are about to begin with a series of questions, and provided you are a willing participant, we will be unlocking some substantial information today. Most likely information that you could regret learning. Ooh, bye. It's a lot of build-up. Ready, set, go. Alright. Are you afraid of the dark? Yes. Yes, I am. Would you consider yourself to be a loner? A loner. Oh, this is the second question, and I'm already like, let me ponder. I mean, there are definitely times where I want to do shit alone, but I am unfortunately clung to companionship a lot, so no. Do you ever feel alone even when in a crowd? Yes. If you knew the date of your best friend's death, would you tell them? Well, I'd ask them if they want to know. And if they wanted to know, I'd tell them. If they didn't want to know, I wouldn't. But I'd be willing to do so I guess the answer would be yes. Have you ever been in a physical fight? Yes, I have. To defend the honor of my shitty ex-boyfriend. Are you uncomfortable in deep open water? Yes, I am. If you could give up your friends to become rich and famous, would you? No. If you looked into a crystal ball and saw that the love of your life was going to hurt you badly, would you leave them? No. No, I don't believe that that fate is a thing. I don't believe that events are set in stone. Besides, if they hurt me badly, I'll deal with it at that point. But a crystal ball, that's hardly concrete evidence. No. Would you consider yourself to be courageous? No, I would not. Would you consider yourself to be a shallow person? Fuck no. I overthink things all the time. Do you fear the unknown? Yes, I do. Does answering a ringing phone give you anxiety? Very much so. So do almost everything. If you found a suitcase full of money, would you keep it? Well, okay. This is one of those instances where circumstances matters, because if you found a suitcase full of money, right, and it had like a name on, no, I would not keep it. I'd be tempted to. I don't even need the circumstances to say I wouldn't, because that is, if it's just a suitcase full of money, no one travels with a suitcase full of money unless it's some illegal shit, and I'm not gonna fucking get caught up in that. Hell no. Does the name John mean anything to you? I mean, I know of Johns, but the name John doesn't have any special significance to me. Of course, it does mean anything. And, like, when I think of the word John, I think of, like, John Green. But, nah. Would you consider yourself to be manic? At times. I have bipolar depression, so one half of that is mania, so sure. Do you get bored easily? Yes, I do. Do you ever take dangerous and unnecessary risks? Not intentionally, no. Would you consider yourself to be a thrill seeker? God, no. When you die, would you like to be cremated? Yes, because I think that burial plots and cemeteries are some of the biggest wastes of fucking land and an archaic and barbaric practice. Would you ever kill an animal under any circumstances? Any circumstances? Yeah. Like, that's the thing. You say any circumstance. Like the animal is, like, fucking barely alive, and they're just crying, and you need to put them out of... And, hey, here's a circumstance. You're a vet, and someone brings you an animal to be put down as part of your job. That's a circumstance. So yeah, if you say any circumstance, the answer basically is yes. Would you consider yourself to be romantic? I have a bit of romance in me, yeah. Are you a jealous person? Unfortunately, I do have some jealousy in me as well. I don't like it, but... Would you consider yourself to be an empathetic person? Very much so, yeah. Do you like animals more than people? I mean, obviously you can't say all people, nor all animals. But I enjoy animals casually more than I enjoy some people. But people in general, I find you can have more enjoyment with them on a variety of ways. So I'd say no. Are you a virgin? Not even close. Are you kidding me? This is all very interesting. Is it? Do you love your mother? Yes, I do. Do you love your father? Yes, I do. Do you enjoy taking long, relaxing walks? I used to, but now I am mobility impaired, so no, I don't. Is Halloween one of your favorite holidays? Yes, it is. Do you believe in a higher power of any kind? No, I do not. If Satan were watching your every move and you knew it, would you feel uncomfortable? Yeah, because here's the thing. If I don't believe in a higher power, but then all of a sudden I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that Satan exists and is watching me specifically, that would be fucking terrifying, yeah. Because that would change all of my mindset. Do you partake in any form of drug activity? No, I don't even drink soda. Do you drink alcohol? Like once or twice a year, maybe. So I guess, like, I can, but I very, very rarely do. So I'm going to say no. Do you have any sexual fetishes or fantasies that you'd consider bizarre or uncommon? No, I'm pretty fucking boring. Very interesting. Oh, I fucking hope so. Do you thrive under pressure? God, no, I crumble under pressure. If you could end the world with the push of a button, would you do it? No. God, no. Do you sometimes hope for the coming of the zombie apocalypse? No, that fucking terrifies me. Have you ever killed an animal? I did run over a snake with a lawnmower once. It was not a pleasant experience, and it fucked me up for a long time. I still don't like it, but it did happen. So, unfortunately, I have to say yes. If you had to resort to cannibalism to survive, would you be able to? Yeah, I really don't see any problem with it. I mean, it sucks, but if again, this says, like, you can create the circumstances yourself. If the circumstances is it's already dead and can be properly prepared and whatever. By the way, let me get out of the way. That's Alice's face, in case y'all ain't seeing that. Yeah, it's whatever. It's meat. Do you like guns? No, I really do not like guns. Do you like knives or other bladed tools or weaponry? I do, yes. I have a few myself. Do you like blunt objects? Sure. Do you believe in aliens? Yes, I do. Theoretically, if you had the opportunity to go to space on an alien vessel, would you go? Again, you have to really delve into the circumstances there, because it would be an exciting prospect, but I would need a guaranteed return to my life, because I don't want to give that up. And I don't know that any alien could guarantee that properly. I don't even think, like, just strangers in general could guarantee that. Even if I was familiar with people, if they could, I don't know. No, I would not. It'd be tempting, but no. See, that sucks, because that also means I wouldn't go with the doctor if he showed up. But I feel like I know the doctor. So, okay. That's interesting. But even with the doctor, there's no guarantee you getting back. A lot of his companions have died or have gotten really fucked up. No, I would not. If you could leave Earth and go to space, never to return again, would you leave? No. God, no. Did you know that over 20% of koala bears have chlamydia? I mean, I'm going to need a citation on that. I don't know that to be true. So, no. That one wasn't really relevant. I just thought it was interesting. Are you alone right now? In the physical sense, yes. I am the only one in this room. Are you sure? See, that's the weird thing, because I am technically recording this. So, if for you, I'm not alone. But for me, I am alone in this room. In this house? No, because Bree's in the other room sleeping. Hopefully. Hopefully I haven't woken her up. And of course, if you expand it out and out, I have neighbors, there's other people in the world, but I'm going to keep it right here in this room. I am alone. Yes. Do you get starstruck easily? Unfortunately, yeah. Like, I nerded the fuck out when I saw Peter Capaldi in The Vicar of Dibley, so, yeah. Have you ever said a prayer? Yeah, I was forced to as a child. Do you believe in magic? I think it's a fun concept. And obviously with it, you have to believe it. And I don't really dabble in beliefs very much when it comes to supernatural stuff, because it's a fun theory, and it's fun to, like, have it in your head and be like, oh, maybe. But as of right now, no, I do not. Do you believe in angels? No. Do you believe in demons? No. If you knew you could summon a demon, would you do it? I mean, under the classical definition, demons would be a terrible thing to have sprung loose on the planet, so no. Speaking of demons, have you played any other games released by random studios, such as The Summoning, The Twins, The Test, or perhaps even Naked News? See, Random Studios is the people that made this game. So that's funny. That's funny that you did that. But no, I have not. You really should. They're pretty epic. I'm not biased at all. Oh, it's funny. All right, now that shameless plug is over, let's continue. Oh, this is nice. I'm enjoying this. If you could travel back in time, would you? Okay, assuming that you could come back, yes, I would. Do you like horror movies? No. I don't dislike them, but they're not my favorite. Would you consider yourself to be evil? No. Would you consider anyone to be evil? Yes. I think at a certain point, there's a level of good and bad in everyone, and if the amount tips way too fucking much in the bad direction, yeah, that's pretty fucking evil. Yeah. 1% of the population are sociopaths, which means that out of 100 people that you've encountered in your life, you've met at least one sociopath. Chances are you speak to a few of them on a daily basis. Did you know that? Yes, I did. Do you think that you could potentially be a sociopath? I have considered it, and awaiting a diagnosis, I cannot rule it out. So potentially, yes. I'm not saying I am one, by the way, but I am not in a position to decide my own mental faculties by myself. I am mentally impaired. It's better to kill than be killed. Do you agree? No. That is a platitude. Platitudes are not good to base any moral code off of. Do you think that stealing for big corporations is acceptable? Yeah. I mean, again, circumstances. If the big corporation is like a fucking terrible organization and you're stealing a pen, like, yeah, that's fine. I don't really give a shit. I don't ascribe to all stealing is bad. Are you afraid of anyone in your life? Yes. Do you enjoy gambling? No, I really don't. Are you afraid of spiders? Terribly so. I'm scared of them. Do you believe in legendary monsters such as Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster? I think that they could be, but those ones specifically, no, I do not. Do you believe in vampires? No, I do not. Do you believe in lycanthropes? I don't know what that means, so no, I do not. I should have looked that up before answering. I'm sorry. Do you have an addictive personality? No. No, I do not. Do you like to cook? No. It stresses me out to fuck. Would you say that you're a confident person? Hell no. Do you think you're physically attractive? Not even close. Do you think that you'd make a good romantic partner? I mean, you could do a lot worse, and my romantic partner definitely seems to think so, and I trust them more than me, so I'll say yeah. Do you lie to people on a daily basis? See, I only really see Bri on a daily basis, and I really don't lie to her. So, again, with circumstances, maybe there'd be something like very small. I don't know. I'm gonna say no. I think a lot, and I don't count saying something that is wrong but you don't know it to be. That's just an unintentional spread of misinformation. A lie is an intentional thing, so no. Do you suffer from anxiety? All the time. Do you suffer from depression? Yes, I do. Do you exercise daily? Fun plug opportunity. I am going to the gym now. My health insurance gave me a free gym membership, and I'm documenting it on my second channel and my TikTok. So if you want to follow the progress there, go check them out. I've already lost some weight because of it. But daily? No. I would have gone today, but I've got an open wound on my arm, so I'm not gonna fucking go into a public chlorine-filled bath. So as of right now, no, I do not. Do you stay hydrated frequently? Yes, I carry this thing around with me almost to everywhere I go, and go through at least one of them a day almost. Are you afraid of drowning? Yes. Are you afraid of home invasion? Very much so. Ever broken a bone? I mean, it's almost everyone has. It'd be very uncommon if you haven't. Your pinky toe? Yes, I have. If a killer were in your house, would you run or fight? My house is very blocky. It is a rectangular house, and both doors are on the front side. So if a killer were in my house, I couldn't run. So I'd have to fight. Also, this is a yes or no option. And would you run or fight? Oh, maybe out of both. Would you do either of those things? Yes. If your house was on fire and you could safely get out, but in order to save your family or pets, you'd have to venture back in and sacrifice your life to save theirs, would you do it? Yes, absolutely. If you contracted a fatal, incurable disease that only give you 3 years to live, would you try to pass it on to someone else intentionally? No! God, no! If you were being haunted by an evil spirit, would you continue to stay in the house? See, that would assume that I have come to the conclusion that that is a thing, considering I do not currently believe that's a thing. I also live with someone else who would very quickly nope the fuck out of that situation. Of course, maybe they wouldn't. Bri was pretty excited at the possibility of living in a house that was known for being serial killer headquarters. But, like, because if you're being haunted by an evil spirit, if it is causing active inconvenience or problems, then no, I would not. Even though, again, that would have to change my whole mindset on that for me to believe that that was the cause. If I told you that you were currently being haunted by an evil spirit, would you believe me? No, because you're a fucking video game and I don't believe in those things. Is money one of your favorite things? Not even close. Do you like quiet, relaxing music? Yes, I do. Do you enjoy loud, aggressive music? Sometimes. Are you afraid of dolls? No. Once bitten, twice shy. Do you agree with this expression? I don't know what that means. So I'm not going to make the same mistake I did last time. I'm going to look this one up. An unpleasant experience induces caution. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, I think if you... Yeah, that makes sense. Do you believe in love at first sight? I believe in infatuation at first sight, attraction at first sight, maybe even you just get a really good vibe about a person. But love? I think true love takes time, so no. Do you believe in the idea of soulmates? No. You ever had a one-night stand? Yes, plenty. Do you have a sweet tooth? Man, I used to, but now, no. I tend to avoid sweets, even though it doesn't look like it. Also, I hate what my hair is doing right now. Let me fix this. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that. Hold on, oh, I don't like that. The door to the office was locked, but I didn't lock it. And it only locks from the inside. So yeah, that was... Yeah, I did not like that. But no, sweet tooth, no. I used to, but I do not currently. Do you enjoy a bit of drama and chaos in life to keep things interesting once in a while? No, honestly, I would love it if things were just good. Do you like fire? Yeah. Is there anything that you're passionate about in life? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be a gentle person? Yes, I would. Are you afraid of conflict? Yes, I am. Have any of these questions made you nervous? No, the fucking lock thing makes me nervous, but not these questions. Are you feeling relaxed at this moment? If it wasn't for the lock thing, I would be, so I'll go ahead and say yes. Do you think anyone hates you? I know for a fact someone does. Do you hate anyone in particular? Yes, I do. Are you prone to holding grudges? Unfortunately, I am. Forgive, but never forget. Do you agree with this statement? No. Because if you never forget, then you haven't forgiven. Everything happens for a reason. Do you agree with this statement? Fuck no. Do you like explosions? It's one of the reasons why Mythbusters is one of my favorite shows. Yes. Do you enjoy the smell of burning firewood? Yeah, as long as I'm not like right in the smoke. It always seems to follow me whenever I'm sitting around a campfire. Are you afraid of flying? Yes. Are you afraid of driving? On highways? Yes. Local streets, no, but highways, I cannot fucking... Ugh. Do you think that war between nations is healthy? No! No! Would you consider yourself to be open-minded? Yes. Do you ever dream about being chased? Oddly enough, no. Usually my dreams do not involve being chased. Do you ever dream about hurting someone else? On occasion. Would you consider yourself to be a violent person? No. If I were to tell you that hell was coming for you, would you know what I meant? No, because that is a very vague statement. If your answers to these questions could supernaturally predict your potential fate, would you believe it and use it as a cautionary procedure to change your future and save your own life? No. Because this is a video game. That's rather unfortunate. Fuck you. Would you consider yourself to be incredibly self-aware? I would consider myself to be trying to be self-aware, so much so that I become delusionally over self-aware, which in turn makes me not self-aware anymore. Like, I'm trying to be so self-aware that I create a vision in my head of what I actually am as opposed to what I really am. So, in a good attempt, but I fail, so no. If I told you that mirrors were a gateway to another realm, would you believe me? No, because they're just fucking glass. Can you feel something watching you right now? I mean, yes, this camera. But under normal circumstances, were I just playing this game in isolation, I would say, no, I do not. Can I hear the whispers yet? Well, let me put my headphones on all the way. Are there any whispers? No, no whispers. There's some sounds. Let me turn up the sounds. Maybe you can hear them better than I can, but currently, no whispers. You feel cold? My feet do. My feet feel a little cold, but the rest of me is pretty comfortable, so no. You feel uneasy? No, I'm pretty good. Do you feel like something is coming? It does seem like you're building up to something. And I know that after this I have to do laundry, so I know laundry is coming. So yeah, sure. If something were coming, do you have a good idea of what it might be? No, because that is impossible. Do you enjoy the taste of blood? No. Would you rather bleed out than be set on fire? Ooh. Oh, okay, so set on fire does not mean die of being burned to death or inhalation. So no, because you can get set on fire and then put it out. So no. Would you help your best friend cover up a murder they committed? Well, my best friend is my fiance. It's Bri. She said she wouldn't for me, and she tends to have a better judgment about these types of things. So no. I mean, I'd want to, but at the same time, not just because she said she wouldn't for me, but also, like, the reason why. Like, life is more than just what you have now. So no. Do you think about death often? Yes. Do you think you'd survive if you had to fight off a pack of wolves barehanded? Fuck no, are you kidding me? Would you stay overnight in a haunted house by yourself if someone dared you to do it? No, not because of the haunted house, but because daring someone is about the weakest reason you could do anything. If someone were trying to kill you, do you think you could take their life if you had to? Yes. Yeah. If your mother turned into a zombie, do you think you'd have what it takes to put her down? Yeah, because she'd be dead, so it wouldn't be her anymore. Yeah. If there's a hell, do you think you're going there? Okay, so assuming there is a hell, and assuming it's the Judeo-Christian hell, I guess I just have to say Christian because hell isn't a part of certain sects of Judaism. I don't want to assume. The point is, if hell exists in the way that I was taught growing up, then by definition I would be, because I'm not a Christian. So yeah. If it exists, which it doesn't, but if it does, then yeah, I'm fucked. Have you ever attempted to contact spirits? Well, I used to pray as a child, and considering that is basically what that means, then yes. Have you ever had a sudden urge to jump in front of a car? Yes, I've actually tried it a couple times. Didn't go well for me. Have you ever had a sudden urge to push someone in front of a car? No. If you were a witness to a murder and the killer threatened you if you told anyone, would you go to the police? Yes. Yeah, because witness protection is a thing. Have you ever seen a ghost or anything supernatural that you couldn't explain? Yes, because I am schizophrenic and suffer from frequent visual and auditory hallucinations. If you could come back as a ghost, would you choose to haunt someone and make their life hell? That's interesting. Because if you're a ghost, that means for whatever reason, the afterlife exists in some form. Now, you don't know if you're a ghost, then it's the old standard. You're a ghost as long as your thing on Earth isn't resolved. It could just be that that's what happens next. And then that's it. So, if I had the ability to be invisible to the human eye, but tangible enough to fuck with people, yeah, that sounds like fun. That wouldn't be all I do, but yeah. If you could make a deal with the devil in exchange for your soul, would you take the opportunity to make the deal? I love the song Devil's Train by the Lab Rats. It's tied with When the Wild Wind Blows for my favorite song of all time. But by Iron Maiden, by the way. But in terms of this, if I were to change my mindset from what it is now to believing that the devil exists, I would also have to believe that the soul exists. And there is nothing that I want enough to sacrifice that, so no. Although I don't believe in any of that right now. If someone were hiding in your room right now and I told you exactly where they were, would you go check? Yeah, because that would be funny for the video. I don't believe they'd be actually there, but I do suffer from some paranoia. Like, for example, I have problems sometimes with object permanence in terms of paranoia. So, like, my phone, here it is. If I put it under the table, right there, I cannot see it right now. My brain is screaming at me to make sure it's still there. I literally just put it there. I have no reason to believe that it is gone, but my paranoia is such that I had to check. And now I'm going to put it where I can see it if I need to. So yes, I would. Are you concerned that someone might be hiding in your room currently? No, I am not. Do you ever worry that someone might be living in your house without your knowledge? My house is pretty fucking small. And I have a dog that's free roaming. And he's very loud. So there is no way in fuck that that's a thing. So no, I am not. Are you afraid of leaving your feet to hang off the edge of the bed as you sleep at night? Ooh. That is funny because my feet generally do, if I stretch my legs out, tend to do that. I usually have my legs bent to a degree, but I can't say it doesn't make me uncomfortable. Don't know why, but yeah. Have your feet ever been pulled while you've been sleeping? No. Have you ever felt like you were falling only suddenly wake up from a sleep? Yeah, those suck. Do you realize that you might be incredibly fucked up? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I am. If you were crazy, you wouldn't know you were crazy. Do you understand? Yeah, I mean, I disagree in my particular case, but I do believe that there are those who have been so divorced from reality that they no longer realize the context of reality, so their reactions are the only ones that seem sane. So I understand what that means, yeah. If you could read people's minds and know exactly what everyone was thinking at all times, would you allow yourself that power? Yes, I'm currently paranoid that other people can do that to me. I think it would be an invasion of privacy, but at the same time, it also doesn't hurt anyone. And if you don't tell anyone that it's a thing, since I have no reason to use it to hurt anyone, there you go. So yeah. If you could rob a bank and get away with it, would you do it? No, because that would just fuck over some citizens. The banks would be fine, and it'd be temporary gain. So no. If you could turn invisible, would you spy on people? Yeah. I don't even need to explain that one. Are you afraid of death? No. I mean, here's the thing. I am afraid of losing the life I have. Not that I think my life right now is the best. I heard a phrase here recently that was like, I don't want to die, but I don't want to keep living the way I am now. And that's helped me deal with some of my suicidal tendencies. But in terms of death itself, I don't want to die. It's like the first time in my life I can honestly say that. And I am afraid of death happening to people I can't bear to lose. Yeah, I guess I have to say so. Does the thought that there might be nothing after our life bother you? No. Because if there's nothing, then I wouldn't know it. Does the thought that there might be an afterlife bother you? A little bit. Because then, if there is some sort of moral judgment, then there isn't going to be a fucking way for me to explain that, yeah, I've lived my life as a good person, but not a faithful one, in terms of faithful to religious sense. But of course, that doesn't say that it's heaven, hell, or any kind of specific afterlife. It could be something else entirely. And I think the possibilities of that are wonderful. So no, that doesn't bother me either. Are you afraid of being abandoned? Yes. Are you afraid of dying alone? Yes. Are you afraid of being lied to by the ones you love? Yes. Do you think that the ones around you would betray you? Well, I think there are those that would and those who wouldn't. Do you have a hard time trusting people? Yes. Do you feel alone in a crowd? You already asked that. Yes. Do you feel like you understand others fairly well, but others have a difficult time understanding you? Yeah. I mean, okay. Some people, I'm not the greatest at reading people, but some people I'm pretty good at getting to the point of things pretty quickly, because I'm very, like, direct. And I can kind of discern that, but social awareness is not my strong suit in any way. And it's been very few people that I really feel that understand me, so I'd go with yeah. Do you feel slightly more uncomfortable at this point? I mean, my back kind of hurts a little more, but no, I'm good. Do you feel safe? Yeah, I'm good. Do you feel like you could be easily fooled by loved ones? Yeah. Do you enjoy being dominated? Getting flashbacks to the fucking ultra sub comment I left on that Midwest Fur Fest video. I'm an ultra sub when it comes to that. Just being absolutely taken advantage of. There are circumstances. Generally, no, but there are circumstances. Do you enjoy dominating other people? No, I don't enjoy that at all. If you could live like royalty, would you? Yeah, I have no problem with that. If you could travel anywhere in the world once, instantly and for free, but you may never return to that particular place again once you left, would you do it? Yeah. Yeah. Do you believe in time travel? I believe it is possible, yes. Do you believe that aliens could potentially be humans from the future, just traveling back in time for various reasons? That's possible, but I don't have any concrete reason to believe that specifically, so no. Would you choose to sleep inside of a coffin? Yeah, there's really no problem with it. The only thing I would be concerned of is, like, it would get warm. But if there were proper ventilation and I could get comfortable, it'd have to be big enough because I'm pretty large. But it really wouldn't be a problem of the coffin in particular. So yeah, I've got no problem with that. If you had to chop off one of your hands or feet to escape from a killer, would you do it? Yeah. Yeah, I think at that point, yeah. Does the sight of blood make you feel squeamish? Fucking everything makes me feel squeamish. Are you kidding me? I'm Quasimodo. If you knew a doll was haunted, would you buy it? No, because again, I'd have to change my mindset to believe that haunting is a thing, and then why would I willingly subject myself to it? No. Would you consider yourself to be superstitious? No. Oh, just a little statitious? I don't know what that means. I'm not even sorry. That reference was worth it. I don't know what you're referencing. Sorry. Does the thought of being put in a straitjacket make you feel uncomfortable? Yes, it did the first time, and it does again. Would you ever walked through a graveyard just for fun? I've done it before. Yes, I would. Would you ever try human flesh to see what it tastes like? I wouldn't do it for curiosity. I'd only do it for survival, so no. Do you believe in voodoo? No. If I told you that there is a voodoo doll that looks just like you hanging out in a tree somewhere near your house, that make you uncomfortable? I mean, I wouldn't appreciate being told that, but I wouldn't feel uncomfortable because I just don't believe that that's true. Do you get uncomfortable on Friday the 13th? No, I get anticipation because I love hearing people complain about basic shit as if it was some spooky, crazy fucking stuff. Just because it happened on a specific day. Do you ever worry that you're being followed? Yeah, I do from time to time. Afraid of sharks? I mean, I don't harbor a specific fear of sharks, but if I were in the ocean, I'd be scared of them. So yeah, I guess. Humans are more dangerous than any other animal. Do you agree? Yes, I do. Would you consider yourself to be a dangerous person? If I was put in the wrong circumstances, perhaps. Like, that's the reason I don't allow there to be a gun in my house. Because if I saw all the mental problems that I have on a list of an application for gun ownership, I would say no. So, but as a whole, no. I would not consider myself dangerous as just in general. Would you rather choose the death penalty over living the rest of your life in a cell? No, because... well, see, that's the thing. Like, if you know for a fact there is no way you're getting out, they're not re-examining your case, they're not going to even try, there's no chance of exoneration, at least there'd be some sort of interaction. You could write letters to people. Nah, I wouldn't do it. Besides, under normal circumstances, like, people have been exonerated from death row plenty of times to the point where I don't believe the death penalty should be a thing. So no, I would not do that. If I told you that there were 7 secret messages hidden throughout the last 100 or so questions, would you believe me? Probably, because that sounds like some crazy shit that would happen. Sure. Do you believe that you might be in danger from a supernatural force? No, I currently do not. Would you consider yourself to be mentally stable? No, I would not. Ha ha ha. Would you trust your best friend to be alone with your lover? My best friend is my lover, but my second place best friend, yeah, I would. Would you trust yourself to be alone with your best friend's lover? Again, my best friend's lover is me, but my next best friend, I have to keep going down the list of best friends because my best friends don't have lovers. Wow, I know I could be trusted with a hypothetical lover of my best friend. If you could leave this life behind and live one of your wildest dreams, never to return to this current time again, would you do it? Ooh, that's tough. I say it's tough because my wildest dreams would include the people I enjoy living with now. But it would get rid of the bad stuff. The problem is, it's just me. And it's not saying this is like... If this is like an alternate dimension type of thing, right? Where it would be... No, I don't think I could. Like, I would be tempted, but even if I knew, like... Even if there were versions of the same people I have in my life now, in this ideal life that I'd be leaving for, it wouldn't be the exact same people. And they would be left with me having abandoned them. And the people I'd have after that would not be them. No, I couldn't do it. Do you have a specific goal in life that you're determined to achieve? Yes, I do. Be a voice actor. Would you say that you sometimes lack motivation? All the time. If someone attacked you, would you attack them back? I would defend myself, yes. Are you sure that the life you're living is real and not some figment of your imagination or some crazy in-depth dream? I'm not sure of that, because you couldn't be. Couldn't be sure of it. If you woke up right now and realized that everything you knew of this life was a dream and your actual life and everyone in it was entirely different, would you be disappointed with that outcome? I mean, what would the outcome... Oh, okay. I was like, what outcome? The outcome meaning, would you be disappointed at losing what you have now? Yes, I would. If you could win the lottery but only have 7 years to live, would you take the money? No, because I want to live longer more than I want to live better, which is a total 180 from my old philosophy. Now for the final and most important question. Oh, we're almost done. Wow, we've been going for 47 minutes. Holy shit. I want you to really think about this one and answer honestly. Okay. Take your time. Don't answer too quickly. Really think about it. Okay. Are you happy? Damn. Okay. Here's the problem. I have said already during these questions that I suffer from depression and a variety of mental problems. I also have a lot of physical ailments, and there are a great number of circumstances in my personal life and in the world at large that make me greatly upset on a regular basis, to the point where I have many times, even recently, considered ending it all. However, when I look at my life now compared to all the life I've had before, the past 25 and a half years, I am by far the happiest now than I ever have been at any point in my life. And on a regular basis, there are ups and downs, but I would very much say that up is the greater majority. So I would not say that I am the happiest I could be, but happy in general, yeah, I'm happy. This is all very interesting. I'm going to turn your results into the fear machine and let it decide whether or not it wants to reveal your potential fate. I'll be taking my leave now, but it was nice getting to know you intimately. I will see you soon. Hopefully not too soon. I think we have enough information about you. Whether you skipped questions, answered honestly or dishonestly, took loads of time to respond, or answered quickly without reading or understanding properly, I've been able to tell. I'm calculating your results. I'm analyzing you very carefully. I'm judging you. Based on what you told me, let me tell you what I see. Oh dear. I see something. Something is very wrong. Your time is much shorter than most. Your days are marked. Your timeline is set. There's little you can do. But there's still something. A shadow looms over your soul, waiting, patiently waiting. It's him. He's coming for you. He's coming to take you away. You can feel him when you sleep, can't you? You can feel his eyes on you as you lay in bed at night. You can feel his breath on your neck as you walk away. You can hear his whispers calling out, but you never know what's real and what isn't. I see him hovering above your face as you sleep, a malignant grin from ear to ear. He watches you so close. He waits for you to come home every time you leave. He's in your home, attached to you, on your back. He won't leave you alone. He wants you. When you are asleep, he will enter your mind. You will see him. He will be there, waiting, waiting to take you away, to lure you away into a false sense of security. You cannot trust him. You cannot take his hand. You cannot listen to his words, for if you do, you will not wake up. He will drag your soul off to another realm. He will carry you throughout the darkness into the void. Your spirit will hang in purgatory, forever lost, forever wandering alone. It's not too late, however. Though when you sleep you will see him, you must turn away. You must try your best to awaken. For if you wait too long, you will be his, and you will never come back to your body. But he will. You must find the object of his power, something in your home that you feel uneasy about. It may not belong to you. It was brought into your life against your will. Find it, and get rid of it. It's your only hope of getting rid of the demon that haunts you. Trust in your gut. You will feel when the object is close. You will know exactly what it is when you gaze upon it. Rid yourself of it. Rid yourself of him. It's your only hope, and time is not your friend. Your secret word is cursed. Remember this word. This will come in handy. Cursed, eh? That's my secret word. Take the secret word that was assigned to you at the end of your session and make sure to let us know. We will be selecting some of you based on your answers to be included in a future project we're currently working on. Don't be afraid. This is an opportunity for you to be part of history. This is a chance for you to be a part of something greater. Be sure to note your secret word in your contact. We'll also be putting the first 500 players who contact us into the credits of our next installment of this series. We appreciate you taking the time to let us know how well you got on. Thank you very much for your support. We hope to see you in future installments. Thank you for taking the time to answer these questions. I know they've been of some help to you, and if they aren't yet, it will all make sense very soon. Trust me on that. Okay. Well, there you go. So I guess I should contact them and let them know. I don't know if they have a tweeter. This is their other stuff. This game is on Steam. I don't know how much it is, because I didn't buy it. Again, this was a family share thing. I just realized the fruit bats are kind of covering that stuff. Well, there you go. The Horrorscope. What are the options? Okay. Oh, I don't... Well, I guess I'm just on that screen forever. So, there you have it. The Horrorscope. I wish I was not permanently stuck on the fucking... Can I go back? Whatever. Oh, okay, so I just right-clicked. So, that was fun. I'm not uncomfortable with the questions or whatever. I'm a little uncomfortable with the idea that people who are more easily persuaded or have different opinions than me, I'm not trying to sound like I'm demeaning them in any way, but I answered all these questions very honestly. I talked through the vast majority of them, and those that I didn't talk through out verbally, I did think about them, even if it seemed like I was going through them quickly. The problem is, there are those that are more susceptible to believing things that they're told when it comes to supernatural stuff. For example, it said to me that there was a demon haunting over me, that there was something in my house that makes me feel uneasy, and that if I wait too long, this fucker's gonna kill me and steal my body, essentially. I don't believe that. I don't believe that's a thing. I don't think a random video game company that makes something in what looks to be RPG Maker is going to tell me that I am supernaturally cursed and whatever. But there are those who possibly would believe that. And that could lead them to making some dangerous decisions. For example, they might believe that because there's some cursed object in their house that makes them feel uneasy, they need to get rid of it. And yeah, maybe it's harmless to get rid of something that you don't like, but maybe it's something that they really enjoy or really has no problem, but because they feel like that's going to solve their problem, that maybe they'll take this seriously, even though obviously they shouldn't. That might lead them to a placebo effect, feeling better. Could even make them feel worse, because if they get rid of something and they still feel bad, because they weren't asking stuff like, oh, do you whatever. They asked about like medical conditions, very real medical conditions. Mental illness is not a supernatural phenomena. Mental illness is not something to be taken lightly or to be considered a part of a supernatural cursing thing. Someone who has schizophrenia or depression, who feels like they have death looming over them, being told that something is waiting to kill them, that could lead them to making very, very poor decisions. So I'm going to say that I enjoyed the fact that I got to answer a lot of these questions. I like talking about these kinds of intricate and interesting concepts and ideas in a philosophical sense. And perhaps maybe I'm just being too much of a bleeding heart or a paranoid, whatever. I feel like this is a good bit irresponsible and more than a little bit insensitive. But you notice how I'm not saying, like, this game should be removed or anything like that? I'm not. I'm not advocating that this be taken off of Steam or anything like that. And I am going to be contacting the place, the company that made this, to tell them the code word I got. Because, it's helping game developers make something new. And with new projects comes growth. And there's obviously places to grow from this. But I would say if you are susceptible to influence about subjects like this, maybe don't play it. But if you're looking for like a fucking spooky, like if you think it's just like a fun thing to be scared, and you're not susceptible to making rash decisions because of that fright, have a fucking ball. Because if I was neurotypical and was into the idea that I'm being cursed, like, oh, it's spooky, then yeah, I think this would be totally fine. But for me, I've been in positions in my life where had I been told this kind of shit before, it could have led me to making some very bad decisions. But that's not the game's fault, I guess. But maybe a disclaimer. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Thank y'all very much for watching this episode of the Horrorscope. It was a one-shot. I don't plan on playing this again, but I hope you're enjoying your month of Halloween. And whatever the hell comes next, I'll see you then. Thank you all, and I've been the trained unprofessional, and you're not. Bye, everyone!